Whenever you wake up and you take the red pill or whatever, and you wake up to the lies that have been generated to our generation that have been told on so many different levels, whether it's finance, whether it's socially, whether it's political, all this. When you actually wake up and you hear the truth, what you want to do is just help other people. When you wake up to and you realize female nature and relationships, and you realize, oh, women don't like sensitive guys, this lie that they've told men and boys for that's what I was told when I was a kid. Oh, women like, or, a teenager. That's why I say kid, I'm old. But when they tell us, oh, women like sensitive, no, they're not attracted to sensitive guys. They're just not physically attracted to sensitive guys, and you can tell this by the actions. You can tell it. Why can't I find a good guy? Why do I always take bad boys? Well, you can say what you want. Well, I just want a good guy, but then you go for the bad boy. It's the actions. You listen to the actions, and this happens on a regular basis. When you see other people have struggles in their life, and you can point the root cause and different things that they can change up, but they don't want to change. That's the thing, is you can't force anybody to change. You can put out all the information you want, like all these videos. Like, honestly, my YouTube channel should be way bigger than it really is. I should have a way bigger platform, but it is what it is. And for whatever reason, maybe it's because I'm just not the most charismatic person. Maybe it's because I don't just go down to one specific subject, and that's why my YouTube channel is popular. Anyway, it is what it is, and I accept it, and I just don't care. Um, when you see this type of thing in somebody in the relationship, and you know what can help out, and you know what they can do to change, usually they're not going to listen to you. You know, I put up stuff for family to see, and I talk about cryptocurrencies, and I talk about inflation. I put up this video before, and it's not the best video. You can listen, there's other YouTubers that are way better than me, but at least like I want to help people, but at least, if you do hear me, like, at least I want to wake people up and they can go find somebody better that can better explain things than I can and go into more detail, and just wake up. But I put out a video and I put it up on my on my Facebook, and I barely have like 50 people on my Facebook, honestly. It's just my family members, right? And a couple close friends. And I get no response. No response at all. No support. And I put it out to try to help people understand, what's going on financially, the our economics, and the average American just, you know, don't care. And that's fine. And that's fine. Um but it's just like, you can continue to be in your sleep. That's fine. And you can miss the boat. And that's fine too. I know life is hard. I know it's really hard, and people, you just have to, you just, when you come across this information, when you come across the truth, and you wake up and you realize, the main thing is, you have to understand, is you can't help anybody unless they want to help themselves. You can't live the life from. You can tell them until you're blue in the face, what's going on, what the problem is, but it doesn't mean that they're listening. And if they are listening, it doesn't mean they're going to take any action to better themselves. They have to face pain and suffering themselves. A part of me was kind of like upset, like a little mad, like, why am my family not supporting me? You know, why are they not subscribing to my channel? Why aren't they, you know? But it is what it is. So it's just like they don't want to. They don't want to listen to this information. They don't want to take the information to wake up to better themselves, or find other things, find other people who are better than me, who can explain things better than me and go more. That's fine. And that's why, I put these out here. I put videos out here to help people to wake up. And if it ever does become more widespread, at least I left some kind of a footprint of my own existence, and my own knowledge and experience. And the unfortunate thing is, it's usually too late before when people wake up. Like I said, it's usually too late. Usually their marriage is over. Like if the guy wants to finally make changes to his marriage, usually the woman is already over him emotionally. She's ready to move on, doesn't want nothing to do with him again. Or the guy is over the woman, and she let herself go, or whatever, man. It's just, usually it's too late to try to better yourself. Get on the boat and get on the train. Usually, like, you're the last one now. Like, you're in the caboose. You're not in the engine. You're way in the back with everybody else. You got a little bit. Like, I try to tell people, like, Bitcoin, there's a lot of highly intelligent people that are saying Bitcoin's going to go up. It could be the currency. It could be the currency of the future, where it's a world currency. And right now, like, yeah, it's expensive, but you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, and to have some of it is better than to have none, when people are going to be fighting over, like, the little bit of amount, that it's going to be hard to get. But people just, I could be wrong too. It could go to zero, but there's a lot of good things that comes out of it, and people just don't want to listen, and a lot of people are just stuck in their ways too. Like, for me, I've given up a good paying job in Michigan. I've given up a good paying job in Washington State. And currently, like, I've changed, I've adapted, right? A lot of people, especially my age, will not change the way they are. They will not change their political views. If somebody comes along and points something out, they will just be stuck in their ways, and they'll be like, no, this is the way it is. No. A lot of people are not open-minded to change and bettering themselves. They're just going to be stuck in their own rut, their own vices, and they're never going to come out of it. And then that's what you have to understand. When you get knowledge, you want to help, but you have to understand that a lot of people just don't want to be helped, and you can't help them, and you can't, and your knowledge will go on deaf ears. And the best you can do is, when they do hit rock bottom, is you can help them start from scratch, and give them the knowledge, and then they have to take the, if they want to take it and better themselves, they can. If they don't, then it is what it is, man. And you kind of just have to let people just do their own thing. And honestly, like, if they're going to be an anchor into your life, you have to just put a boundary, put some space between you and them, and because you can't have people that are just going to drag you down. You can't just, if you want to excel and be excellent, you can't be stuck around mediocre people. And that's the average American, is they're just average mediocre people who want to act like they're some kind of a king, like they're some kind of a special person, when they're just a clog in the wheel. They're just a clog in the machine. That's all they They are. That's all they are. They're just another brick in the wall. And and the funny thing is, I've heard statistics where 50% of Americans couldn't even come up with $400. And to me, that's crazy. And it's crazy to me that people use cash advance places. That their finances are so horrible, and that they put themselves in such a terrible position that, because they wanna act like they're they're a king, or they want to act like they want to keep up with the Joneses, and they want to live beyond their means to try to impress people that nobody really cares. And especially, like, you know when you get that car, like, I appreciate my car, you know um it gets me where I need to go. I appreciate that. It starts up whenever I try to start it. Is it the best car? No. Do I miss my truck? Yeah. But you know what? My car is amazing. It really is. And a lot of people just don't appreciate what they have. They just want to keep trying to, like, you know, they want to they don't want to live minimalistically. They don't want to deal with any type of suffering, any pain or suffering. You can see this, like, people just get fatter and fatter, and they don't take care of themselves. They don't want to do anything to take care of themselves. They just want to drink themselves to death. They want to stay on um, um, antidepressants, or they want to stick in some type of relationship where it's highly toxic because they got low self-esteem or whatever. Um, and it's sad. It really is, and it's sad to see people go down and just completely ruin themselves and set themselves back. And you know these I've made plenty of horrible decisions, and I am so lucky because things could have been a lot worse than they were for me. A lot of it, I've managed my horrible decisions. And if you want, you can there's a video I made. You can go back and watch it. But um I've controlled these horrible choices, like even moving and moving. But the thing is, with me moving, is, yeah, I did hit financially, but I have been smart about it. And um I'm not completely screwed. um so a lot of people, they don't think ahead. Okay, they just think right now. They just think about the instant gratification right now, what can please them right now. They don't think about tomorrow. They don't think about the next day, 5 years from now. They don't think about that. They only think about right now, their emotional needs right now. um but yeah, I mean, that's my best advice. When whoever's watching this, if you're making major improvements to your life, and you see people around you that you want to help, but that they won't, they just don't want, just put up a padding, a barrier between you, and don't try not to get too upset. Try not to let it get to you, and just kind of stop caring. Because honestly, this is my opinion about drug addicts, and it's not going to be a very popular opinion, but I don't care about these people. Because if they cared about them, why should I care about somebody if they don't care about themselves? That's my thing. um so that's all I got.